car is amazing, but I'm really excited to be here because I like my own voice best. My name is Victoria Madison Bentley. My parents were going to name me Mercedes Portia Bentley, but they decided to go with a queen and a very famous New York Avenue instead, with our last name. No relation to the car. My grandmother has done some digging, but we don't got the relations. Today is Father's Day. It is. Any fathers here?
Wow.
One? I got one father. Happy Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to my dad, who is about 3,000 miles away in the state of Connecticut. Had to remember for a minute where the hell it came from. It's been a long year. So I'm gonna tell a couple stories about my dad and then some other like paternal figures in my family and give them a little shout out today because I think they deserve it. So my dad, we're talking about what it means to be a woman, and that's actually perfect because the story that I wanted to share about my dad was one that we often tell from when I was a really small child, and I was wearing a skirt or a dress or something, and I was rolling around on the floor, and I lifted my skirt up like over my head, like you do. I was maybe 3 or 4 years old, and my great grandmother, my elderly, I can stand up. I think I can handle it. My elderly great grandmother was like, "Be a lady. Don't pull your dress up over your head." And my dad yelled at her. It wasn't my dad's grandmother, it was my mom's grandmother. And he goes, "Never speak to my daughter like that." And so we've moved forward, and my dad has always been super accepting of who I am. I'm a really messy, chaotic person. I deal with a lot of crazy issues in my life, but he's always been somebody that I can turn to and be absolutely truthful and honest. And I really appreciated that, because you don't have to get that from dads. I mean, dads can really suck, and I didn't like him for a long time in middle school, you know? He was the worst. He would drive me to school a half an hour in the snow. He paid $5 a gallon for gas in his work truck and drive me up a fucking mountain to take me to school. And before I was going to school, he'd ask me, "Tori, do you want chocolate chip pancakes? I'm making chocolate chip pancakes." I'd be like, "No, Dad, I'm 13 and I'm angry. Get off my back." And I'd be like, why was I so mean to him? Like, he was making me pancakes. Like, now I just really want him here to make me food, which is something he did for me a lot when I was living back at home. He'd bring me down like a big tray of lasagna, or he loved this place, so I'll bring him here if he is coming to visit in August. Yeah, so that was just kind of a little rant about my dad. I had some other stories that I was going to talk about. So I talked to him this morning, actually, which was fun. We talked while I was cleaning my house, and he reminded me, that I've always just walked around talking. Ever since I was a little kid, I was like, "Dad, can you hear me?" I plugged my headset in. He was like, "You always got that headset, just talking to somebody on the phone." I was like, "Yeah, yesterday I was talking to Grandma, my maternal grandmother, so not his mother, and she asked me, she was like, 'So are you gonna call your dad tomorrow?' And I straight up freaked the fuck out, because I'm at home, I do this new thing now where I call my grandmother Saturdays at 4 p.m. So she's just got home from church, and I've just lit up for the evening, and it's 420 combos with Grandma, which is a recurring segment that I actually think I'm gonna bring to my weekly life, because my grandmother is fucking hysterical. When you're sober, straight, or stoned, she just says crazy shit. So she's like, "Are you calling your father tomorrow?" And I was like, "Oh my God, it's my dad's birthday tomorrow. Tomorrow is August 31st. Where the hell did the summer go?" Because lately I've just had my head so far up my ass that I just don't know what day of the week it is. And she's like, "Tomorrow's Father's Day." And I was like, "Oh, it's June. It's still June. We haven't made it to August yet. We're all set." Yeah, that's what I have to say about my fam and my dad. It's been nice meeting you all. I'll see you around. Woo!